touring season is fully underway, especially for heavyweight entertainers like HamsandwicH, who had a whole month of May tour performing at Final Furlong sessions. But for us, the mega event here in the Midlands, of course, it's Forest Fest in Emo, County Leash on July 25th. Joining me now, backstage on the V.I.P, is lead singer Niamh Farrell. Niamh, how are you?
Hello, Adam. Thanks for having me.
Now, I say lead singer, but obviously Podge and Brian get in behind the microphone as well. But you very much seem to be the front person at the stage. And here on Midlands 103, you've been on with Peter Dunn before. So HamsandwicH are no strangers to the frequency. But there is one burning question I have to ask you, Niamh. One burning question. You're a rider, right? Because you're well used to tours, you're well used to all this. You know what a rider is?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so I'd imagine what's your realistic rider? Like, what's the usual things that feature on the HamsandwicH rider?
I'd say the usual stuff would be definitely a bottle of wine for myself.
Okay.
You know, a bottle of Savvy B. And then I think a couple of beers for the lads.
Right.
And maybe a little touch of whiskey for after the gig, to have a little shot of whiskey or something. But that's only obviously if we're not travelling home after a gig. We'll have a bit more
well saved.
We'll have a bit more of the healthy rider when we're not, you know.
Yeah, of course.
when we're going home. But bit of hummus, some carrots, you know. We kind of like to keep it healthy as well.
Okay,
and,
did you get like acai bowls or anything like that going?
Oh my God, now that you say that, I actually did. That's so funny. We did a gig in Mullingar on the tour.
Yes.
And I just fancied something really healthy for dinner. So I asked the organizer of the gig, and he showed up with an acai bowl. And it was nice. Just and then everybody else had pizza, and I kind of got a bit jealous of the pizza, so I had some as well, obviously.
Nice. Look, you can't stop it when the good things are on flow. It's amazing. I'm the same as yourself. I have a craving, I'm fine, but then the second it's free and it's put in front of anybody else, I'm like, okay, well, I mean, like, we can all share the acai bowl and the pizza, right? But here's a question that I have for you, and you can answer this on behalf of Podge and Brian as well as the band entirely, or just for yourself. If you could have anything, no financial limit, right, for the rider, what would you have for yourself? What would you have? You could pick 3 things or just one, whatever you want.
Oh my goodness, for the rider.
Yeah, anything.
I would now, in fairness, I would probably pick an incredibly fancy bottle of tequila, and I know Podge would agree with me as well, because we do love Podge is an insane cocktail maker. Ooh. So what we did on this recent tour is he would make me a little margarita before the gig. And so I think I would definitely choose that. Ooh. So we could make some fancy cocktails for ourselves. That would be delish.
Here's my knowledge of alcohol. I'll be honest with you, Niamh, and tequilas and such. I have no idea. Like, how much is a great bottle of tequila? Do we know?
Oh, we're talking like over 100 quid for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
The real good stuff.
Yeah, I'll put in a word at Larry Caffrey's. I believe that's where you were playing in Mullingar on the 22nd, wasn't it? I'll put in a word. Next time you come around, a lovely bowl of acai and a massive bottle of tequila for you. We'll see what we can do. We'll put in the word. So,
perfect.
Speaking of that tour, let's talk about it, because it felt like the month of May. Every single weekend you were everywhere. Yes, on the 22nd you were in Mullingar. You were also in Greystones, Kilkenny, Galway, Cork, Limerick. You were everywhere. Yeah. How was it for you? As a 3-piece as well?
It was actually just magic. And I think, like, I know I'm speaking for the lads as well, but I'm sure it was probably one of our most favourite tours that we've done, in our whole career. It was just, the vibes were immaculate, as they say. Like, it was the stripping back the songs, being really, really close to the audience in all of these venues, like, and kind of seeing the whites of people's eyes. And like, half of the shows were more like a stand-up comedy show than an actual gig. Like, we were just having such a laugh with the audiences around the country. And like, every gig was different, which was the beauty of it. It was every gig had a different kind of flavour, a different kind of vibe. And we just loved it. Like, genuinely, we had a ball, and we laughed so much. And on a couple of the shows, we actually had a double bass player called Graham, who I've played in bands with over the years and stuff. And he's a session player for ourselves,
Brilliant.
So it was gorgeous then to have the odd gig with the difference of the double bass in the lineup as well. It brought a different aspect to the show. And yeah, it was just magic. It was just a magic time. And I felt so sad when it was over.
A month of July tour. Here we go, back at it again in the car.
Here we go.
And you know, that seemed to be kind of the theme that was going for you. I spied on you on Instagram and stuff like that. At one point, Driven Snow, who had played with you on a couple of gigs over throughout this month of May tour, you had just got up and you just picked a song seemingly at random and just nailed it. It all sounded beautiful. You're well able to think on your feet, which is when you say a bit of a comedy show as well. That sounds so on par with the ham sandwich experience. That'd be right?
Definitely, yeah. Like we love doing a bit of stuff off the cuff, you know, and we had been doing the song Tom's Diner by Suzanne Vega as a cover. And then on the last night, we just asked the lads from Driven Snow, we're like, do you want to just get up and do this with us?
Yeah.
And we kind of just went, right, we're swapping around the verses between myself and Emily, and let's just go. Let's just do it live and see what happens. And It ended up just being such a lovely moment in the gig. Like Jeff, their piano player, got up and played. Darcy has a tiny baby grand piano that's for a kid. And he got up and played the riff. And it was just, the whole thing was just magic. And that's like, my favorite thing about music is when musicians come together and just like there's a little spark,
that session,
and something like that happens, and it's really special. And it's what a lovely thing to be able to be a part of, you know?
Exactly. And I love how you kind of said you could see the whites of the eyes in the audience because it's such an intimate setting. So when you're having that kind of raw, exposed musicality between friends and professionals, all of a sudden everyone's involved in it. It's like everybody's part of it one way or another. And that sounds so amazing. And I have to ask then, because obviously Forest Fest, right? It's coming up July 25th. It's a big one for us here in the Midlands, County Laois. What are we to expect on the day?
Well, we're going to be doing a full band show, so that's not going to be an acoustic show. We haven't done a full band show since Vicar Street last year, I think it was.
Yes, great show, brilliant show.
So we're super excited, and I'm going to give you an exclusive now. We have I don't know if you know the band Turn.
Yes.
Tells. So we have Ian Milady, the drummer from Turn, is going to be playing drums with us on that day. So we're so buzzing. Like, he's the drummer from an amazing band that we've loved, for years, and we know them really well, and we love Ian. So we're so excited to have him on board.
Amazing.
And then we'll probably have some trumpets in there as well. Ooh. And just general party atmosphere. We like to bring the party when we do our full big shows.
Incredible.
And this is our third year playing Forest Fest as well. So it's really, really nice to be back. The lineup every year just gets better and better, I think.
Exactly.
So there's a few bands that I'm excited to see myself. So yeah, I actually cannot wait. Hopefully the weather is going to be exactly like this.
Oh, please.
Maybe a little cooler.
Yeah. The factor 50 will be on anyway, Niamh. That's all that's important.
A nice breeze or something.
Well, with people moving, then we might generate a nice breeze. And that's it. Yeah. So exactly, you're no stranger to the Emo County Laois stage, and every single year it just seems to be getting more and more electric. And I have to say, you touched on it there with Vicar Street. What a show. It looked like such an amazing night. I think if that's exactly what's on the cards for us here in the Midlands, it's going to be an unbelievable day. Tickets are available now, by the way, at forestfest.ie. If you still haven't got your tickets, see Ham Sandwich and so many more acts live in Emo County Laois on July 25th. And another thing, of course, one thing that we do on the Very Irish playlist, Niamh, is obviously it's new music all the time. Your live album that you did was our album of the week back in 2024 when you released it. And so from the production side of things and from a fan side of things, what's on the horizon after all this touring? Is there anything else to come?
Well, we're kind of, at the minute, we're definitely looking into doing more venues for the acoustic tour at some point, to kind of continue it on.
Nice.
There's loads of places around the country that we have never got to play over the years, just simply because we couldn't bring the full band show there, or it just wasn't really viable. But now we're just kind of we just want to do the shows, and we want to see the country and get to meet people in different places that we haven't been before. So that's the kind of plan going forward.
Nice.
And we're kind of really enjoying the acoustic thing and stuff like that. So there might be a few ideas floating around, maybe for new little ditties, or for working on some old tunes. What we love doing for the acoustic shows is kind of really reworking some of the older Ham Sandwich songs, which the audience as well seem to really appreciate. So there'll be a bit more of that. And just continue to enjoy it. We don't really put any pressure on ourselves to really kind of hit deadlines or, you know, we're going to do this or we're going to do that. Like we're just, especially since the last acoustic tour, like I think we're just really enjoying being in a band together at the minute, and long may it continue, you know.
Niamh, that is I'm so happy to hear that, and I do want to commend you hugely on behalf of the fans of music and your sound. I love that you're stripping it back so you can go to these places. It's the 3-piece to accommodate this smaller set, but you're still going everywhere, and it's magic. And for anybody who is interested, you can head on to HamsandwicH Band on Instagram, and you can see all the vlogs of the band putting up their trip throughout the month of May tour. So cool. The dogs at the beach.
That was Darcy. He's like, he is so good at that, and he done all these little videos, and like they were just so magic. I loved every single one of them, and I hope people out there enjoyed them as well.
You need someone in a band like that, though. You need someone who's not afraid to take out the phone and be like, knock on the door or something, you know, whatever it could be.
He's just videoing everything. It's so funny. Like I mean, when I'm out of the house, my phone goes in my pocket and I just forget about it, because I just, you know what I mean? Just,
of course.
That's really it. I take a few photographs, but that's about it. But he has a commitment to the cause now, and he you know, he was very determined to make these videos and make them really, really well and slick. So
he's good at it.
He took a lot of time, you know, but fair play to him. He's done a great job.
It's showing. Well, look, whenever the next month of X tour comes around, we'll definitely be tuned to the Instagram airwaves, and of course to hopefully grab tickets and see you in a local setting again. Niamh, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the VIP. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks so much, Adam.